price came here. Now this was the first zone, this is the second zone, so my stop loss was beyond this. Right? So my stop loss is still safe. Now price started coming down. From here, it formed rally based drop. Okay. This zone has no work now. So still second zone remains this only. So my stop loss will be this. Then price forms this drop, this drop. Right? I will delete this zone. My stop loss will be this. Price forms, it's actually not drop based drop because leg out candle is not coming out. So I will hold it with same stop loss. This is another form, supply. My stop loss will come here. Price forms. So my stop loss will come to 1436 somewhere here. Then price forms this pro gap. Right. Or you can consider this whatever what is that you want. So my stop loss comes here. Right. This is rally based drop. Okay. इसका काम हो गया delete this. My stop loss will come here. Then price again comes here. Forms this one. My stop loss will come here. I will delete this. Stop loss will be here. Price comes down here. It forms drop based drop here. So my stop loss will come here. So I got exit at this point, 24.90, right? Got it? How to trail your stop loss? This was for short. Similarly, you have to go on drawing the demand zone. When you are into buy, you have to go on. See, we de-risk at our first opportunity. So when price went down up here, this was the reversal which caused gap up. So we de-risk here, right? We de-risk here, and remaining we keep on trailing, or till if it's intraday side till 325. We exit or if our trailing stop loss is wherever it is. Right? So what is importance of keeping beyond second? Like here we saw it came up to the second demand zone but didn't break it. So usually you should know that people trade demand and supply zone, so it breaks first supply zone or first demand zone if you are into buy to hit the stop loss. So for trailing stop loss we are going to use second zone. For short, second supply zone, and for long or for buy, second demand zone. Is it clear? The time frames are, as I have told, for intraday 5 minutes, for weekly income trade hourly, for monthly income trade daily, and for medium term we can use weekly second zone. Clear? Trailing stop loss? Any confusion in this? Okay. So now putting it all together. So putting it all together, physical and emotional state. Whether you are sound emotionally or you are disturbed. Right? If you are disturbed due to any reason, it might be some issue at the hospital, at your workplace, or at home. Right? You should not log in for training. If you are sound, you have done your daily routine, all the exercise or whatever you do, then you can log in and you can look for next trade. The stock has good liquidity, second option. Whichever stock you are choosing, does it have good liquidity? So I personally suggest don't trade illiquid stocks like MRF and all those. The spreads are very big in those stocks. Third, multiple time frame analysis done. Right? What happens usually when I want to trade intraday, I straightway jump in onto 5 minutes and start taking the trade. This should not be there. For intraday trade, we have to analyze on hourly, then on 15 minute and then on 5 minutes. Similarly, for WIT, we have to analyze on weekly, daily and then on hourly. Usually we straightway jump, so that should not be done. So multiple times on analysis done, yes, then go to next state. If zone qualified, it might be demand zone for if you are looking for long, it might be supply zone if you are looking for short. Qualified means whether is it MTZ, momentum zone, is it momentum continuation zone, is it valid reversal zone, right? Or is it cliff zone? It has to be out of these four zones. Is entry near trend line or support or resistance? Yes or no? Is any conventional pattern associated with the trade? That means if you are looking for buying at momentum demand zone and your momentum demand zone is coming around 1/3 of curve which is already formed, and it's forming the handle and your MTZ is coming around that level, that means cup and handle pattern is associated with my MTZ entry. Second, how is price reaching the entry zone? Can anyone tell what do I mean by this? What I want to look for? How is price reaching the entry zone? Yes, whether it's coming with compression or free drive. These are the two approaches of the price towards the zone. So if it is coming with free drive or compression, it's a good opportunity, right? At a qualified zone when multiple times analysis has been done and good liquid stock. Is entry near Fibonacci level? Yes or no? Right. So my momentum demand zone is matching with 0.618 Fibonacci retracement of the complete afternoon. So that gives me added advantage. Is entry matching with PR of any harmonic pattern? Yes or no? So my VRDZ is matching with D point of back. My VRDZ is matching with D point of back. That will be giving me more advantage. Is OI data in option chain supportive for entry? That means wherever my demand zone is there, that side put open interest is highest around that side. So for example, if I am thinking that 25,000 is resistance for Reliance Industries, I have a VRXZ at 2500. I have a bearish butterfly D point near 2500 and 2500 call at highest open interest. So that is with PCR. What should be PCR for resistance? At particular strike. What will be shorted more, calls or puts? Because why? Yes, less than 0.6. PCR should be, so PCR at 2500 call is less than 0.6 with highest open interest at 2500 call with VRSZ with D point of harmonic pattern. So yeah, all together are telling us that short call. Right? So is PCR supportive for entry? Yes or no? Is proper position size maintained? Yes or no? Trade details been entered in trading journal? Yes or no? Right? So that I am going to initiate this trade, this is my entry, this is my stop loss and this is my de-risking level. Right? So out of these the points which are in purple color, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 12 and 13 are must. Unless these all are good, that means we should be emotionally and physically sound state. Liquidity should be good, multiple time analysis done, zone is matching, proper position size maintained and trading journal maintained. ये 6 है, we can think of taking the trade. Right. Then red ones are giving us more confidence. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. Those are related with Fibonacci, the approach of the price and option chain analysis. That will be giving us an edge. And if we get this 7 to 11, that will increase our success rate very rapidly and very high. right? So if we have matching D point with VRSZ, VRDZ with OI, then the probability is very high. Like we have seen in harmonic pattern, we put 3 PRZ, XA ka retracement, BC ka and ABCD. Along with that zone is 4th point, right? Coming with free drive approach can be 5th point. Then highest OI can be 6th point. PCR can be 7 point. So maximum confluencing if we are getting at a particular level, that trade is good to go. Right? So initially it will take you time to go through all this, but once you are used to all these things, then it will be easy, it won't take much time. So I would suggest you have to keep this also printed and laminated with you, that what I want to see before initiating the trade. Right? So tick करो, या फिर you can keep rough papers होंगे तो back side पे print all this, write the name of the stock and tick tick tick, yes, no, no, keep it up there. And even if you happen to trade without all 1 to 4 and 12, 13 matching, what happens to that trade you can analyze, you can learn yourself. Right? So in this way we have to combine all these things. For cash only, which ones are important? Only 1 to 9, 12 and 13. For cash also you can look for OI data. If put is at highest opening interest, your zone is at highest opening interest, then you can get more advantage. That probability is very high. If PCR is more than 1.6, probability of that level acting as support is high. So you can use for that also. 5 and 6 are additional. We don't give much importance to that. Unless that trend line is associated with free drive or support and resistance line is associated with zone. That is momentum zone. Right? MDZ or MSZ. So 5 and 6 are additional. So 7 to 11 are desirable. 1 to 4 and 12 and 13 are must. 7 to 11 are desirable and 5 or 6 are optional. Yes. Yes. Even if all the signals are too short or to go long, if you are taking the future position, then it should be hedged. It should be hedged. There is no option for that hedge. Because we never know. Even though all 13 points are matching and something happens overnight, some announcement comes or some war is declared, what will happen next day we don't know. So we don't want to take that risk, because one wrong trade or one bad trade will wipe out your all 14, 15 trades profit minimum. Right? So we have to control our greed. The best part is you check what margin you are needing for that trade and what profit you are. See what happens usually कि अरे नहीं इसमें दिखाया था कि 1 lakh प्रॉफिट वो ट्रेड में हुआ या he earned 2 lakh प्रॉफिट in copper trade, right? And on margin of 1,70,000 got the profit of 2 lakhs on copper trade, right? That was a risky trade. We tend to go with that, but if I am trading with 1,70,000 and if in 1 month I am getting 17,000 profit, that is good 10% in 1 month. Right? So for futures, if you see, if you are risking 8,000 on margin of 1,30,000, right? Then even if you get 16,000 profit, 13,000 profit, it's good 10-12% profit. Right? So we should look profit on the margin which we have used and how much profit in percentage terms we are getting. Because what happens, even if you look for trading Nifty and Bank Nifty, because those are most liquid options. If you think of trading that, even if you are getting 1,000, okay, even if you are getting 1,000 profit, the margin needed will be 25,000, 50,000. So if you have 5 lakh, you can trade with 10 lots. So you will be getting 10,000 profit. So we can increase our number of lots later on, but not before completing the roadmap. Okay. Long-term investment I don't hedge, because I have put equal so what we say, don't put all eggs in one basket. In that way, I have kept different baskets. All are means all are stocks only in my long-term portfolio, but equal amount. So हर इसमें so उसमें से 2-3 खराब भी हो गए, doesn't matter. So trade the plan and not the greed, right? What is trade vesting? It is simply trading plus investing or something different. So there are different ways where you can trade as well as invest. That means like covered call concept, where you can buy quantity equal to. So, for example, I said you should not hold without stop loss, but I can say you can hold Nifty Bs without stop loss. You can hold Nifty Bs without stop loss. Why? Because उसको ऊपर ही जाना. It's like the coaching classes. जो ये रहते हैं कि they take only brilliant students, entrance लेते हैं, and they take brilliant students, and those who are not performing, they are thrown out. Similarly, Nifty throws out the stocks which are not performing, and the good stocks are added in it. So Nifty is going to go, even after correction, is going to go on the upside, right? It is going to go on the upside. So you can buy the Nifty Bs equal to the lot size of Nifty, and you can keep on shorting the call. Keep on shorting the call. That will give you monthly some amount. That will give you some amount monthly. That can be done in Nifty, but in stocks it's not actually advisable. It can be done in few stocks, but not in any stock. Okay. So, roadmap to trading. Right? So, start with only 50,000 capital. That is possible for, I guess possible for all of you. Start with only 50,000 capital. Trade only in cash for first 100 trades. With position size as shown, I will be sharing the Excel sheet. As shown below, only fill profit and loss in the sheet. All other things will be auto calculated. Assess performance at end of 100 trades. Right? Return on capital should be at least 5% per month. That means we are looking for 60% per year. Then you are good to go for Nifty futures and options or whatever, or in cash only increase the capital. If above ROC is not achieved, then reassess what went wrong, restudy, see where, check your trading journal where you have gone wrong. So let's go to are you able to see the Excel sheet? So roadmap for trading, start with 50,000 capital, trade only in cash for first 100 trades with position size as shown below, only fill profit and loss in the sheet. All other things will be auto calculated. Assess performance at end of 100 trades. Return on capital should be at least 5% per month, then you are good to go. That means if you are trading, we are starting this with 50,000, and if you require 3 months to complete 100 trades, right? If you require 3 months to complete 100 trades, then what should be your capital? 5% per month. So that should be 15% on 50,000, right? 15%, so 57,500 should be your capital at end of 100 trades. then you are good to go to next step. Before that, you should not look for dip. Right? So first is trade number. No need, if you want, you can write down, but in trading journal you will be entering all these, or you can write down stock name also. Capital is 50,000. Risk we are taking is only 1%. That means max risk is 500. Only in some cases when there is a gap down etc. we can lose more. So if I feel if in first trade I make 500 loss, okay. In first trade I make 500 loss. So what is my capital left? 49,500 is the capital left for second trade. Risk is 495. Right? Risk is 495. Then in second trade I made 800 profit. I enter it only profit and loss. Capital is 50,300, risk is 503. So what you have to do? You have to calculate your stop loss as per chart. If stop loss is coming 5 rupees, this max risk in INR 503 divided by 5. So you have to buy 100 quantity max. Right? So if I make suppose 2,000 rupees profit in third trade, I can take 523 rupees risk. If I make loss of 500, I can direct 518. If I make profit of 3,100, right? So I can take 549. So in that way your capital will keep on changing. Right? So 57,200. So what is our aim? At end of 100 trades, if we it should be 5% per month. We should be at least able to achieve 50% return on our capital per month. See, stocks, all the stocks, you can look for Nifty 50 stocks or Nifty 100 stocks, or best is analyze all F&O stocks, except the big ones like Bosch and illiquid stocks, and you can trade in those stocks in cash. Futures and option stocks, you can trade in those stocks in cash. So once you complete these 100 trades and the capital remaining, the time required, if you require 6 months, then it should be 30% profit, right? So it should be 65,000 capital at end of 6 months if you require 6 months. And be assured, if you complete and if you achieve this, you will be successful in trading, right? In past batches I have seen those who have sincerely completed, because it's a what you can, we are going to achieve one thing, that you are going to maintain the trade channel. You are going to be disciplined trader, because taking 100 trades will be requiring at least 3 months. Even if you are a very regular trader, will be requiring minimum 3 months, 3 to 4 months, right? So 3 months with passing away all the FOMO, fear of missing out, all the greed, and controlling your emotion to trade, seeing that Nifty has gone from 17,000 to 19,000, and I am buying only 100 stocks worth 50,000, right? Total stocks worth 50,000. So that control till you complete those 100 trades will give you discipline, will imbibe discipline inside you, and discipline and following, and you will know the position cycle, right? So once you complete and you are successful, what you can do, ये जो 50,000 है इसको 5 lakh करो, 50 lakh करो, 5 करो, right? You can change your capital based on your capacity, and that percentage will be like if it's 5 CR, your risk per trade you can take 5 lakh risk. Your profit and loss will be accordingly that. If you do 5 lakh, then 5,000 is risk, right? So once you complete that, it's just increasing the quantity, because you have achieved 100 trades and you have achieved the desired profit, so you can increase capital. So I always say there should be only 2 payees in the account. One is initially 50,000 for roadmap, and second is whatever capital you, उसके बाद में सिर्फ payout होना. to remove the money from the trading and invest in the stocks for long term. Because beyond certain capital, it's really difficult to manage the trade. See, if you say that I will trade with 5 CR in futures and options and all those trades, it's really going to be toll on your health to manage all those. So you can maintain sufficient which you can monitor manually and remove the profit at end of month and invest in long term your SIP of stock for long term. Got it? Any confusion in this? One percent loss is nothing. No, it's not nothing. It's 1% loss. See, if I go on making 1% loss for 10 trades, my capital is rapidly reducing. My capital is rapidly reducing. Right, 48,000 over capital. So, for swing trade, yes, you can take swing trade, no issue. You have to manage the capital accordingly. So suppose you are trading with 10 stock, you buy 100 stock. Agar 50,000, see here what you have to hold with patience. Suppose a stock is priced at 500 rupees and your quantity as per position size is coming 100 rupees. So what is the capital needed for that trade? 500 का stock है and 100 quantity buy करना. It's 50,000. So your total capital will be invested in one trade. So unless you exit that trade in stop loss or in profit, you are not going to initiate the second trade. Not necessarily one stop. If your stop loss is too small, if your stop loss is, your quantity is coming 100 and stock is trading at 100, which it will be 10,000 amount needed. You can take 5 trades at a time in 5 stocks. So that will depend on your stop loss as per your method. If you are doing to lose 1% is very easy, but to compensate that 1%, it becomes difficult. Yes. So that's the aim, that we have to complete the 100 trades. So you will know whether you are going in right path. And during that duration, like it's you must have seen in movies that they show in Chinese or Japanese that some like Karate Kid or etc. you must have seen. He is asking to do the only one action continuously, like cleaning something, car or whatever, right? So that was imbibing the discipline and making perfecting that particular thing, which became helpful later on in his fight. So taking these 100 trades with control of emotions over that period of 3 to 4 months is going to imbibe discipline, and that is the most important thing in trade. And you will also come to know whether the method which you are using is going, whether you are going wrong somewhere. Because if you are following all the rules, then you should be able to get around 4 to 5% per month return. Yes, we are not going to see how much we made. We are just keeping a target of 5%. It might be 4% also. Doesn't matter. But we are doing 100 trades with discipline. Right? So, similar, the people say that 21, if you want to get some habit inside you, you have to follow it continuously for 21 days. Then chances of getting that as your habit is more likely. Similarly, if you do the 100 trades, that will be more than 21 days for sure. And that will give you a discipline to follow the position size and to control your emotions since your capital is blocked. No, we are not aiming 5% profit. Profit booking, etc. All the rules are going to remain same. Suppose I buy of 50,000 and my first supply zone comes. I did it there. So out of that 50,000, 25,000 capital is freed up. Remaining 25,000 I will be trailing. So in single stock, I can 25,000 will go, I can keep on trading the stop loss. No issue with that. You should not exceed 50,000 capital total position for this roadmap. That's to control your emotions, your urge to trade, and control the FOMO. क्योंकि market अगर 19,000 भी गया तो from 19,000 it is going to come towards 17,000 or going towards 21,000. Movement is going to be there. So whenever you go with full capital, you will be ready to fight war. So this is a preparation for trading war, we can say. You can select any stock, doesn't matter. You can trade even Asian Paints also. Because quantity, your stop loss will be big in that, so quantity will come less. Short position we cannot initiate here positionally. You can take intraday short in MIS if you want. Right? So you can trade any stock whichever you want, but follow this roadmap, follow this position. Right? So you can take intraday short if you